My CEO girlfriend was born breathtakingly beautiful, yet I never worried about other men pursuing her. Because on our first day together, I told her, if she ever betrayed me, I would leave her forever. At that, Yuji became deeply uneasy. She immediately drew firm boundaries with every man around her. She never attended social engagements, and whenever she went out, she even kept more than 3 meters away from other men. That lasted until her best friend's younger brother appeared. He shattered that hard-won peace. Their attraction was explosive, like dry tinder meeting flame. They crossed the line again and again. They even planned to marry behind my back. Yuji thought she had hidden it perfectly, but I still noticed something was wrong. Later, I found her best friend, Mikai. Since your brother stole my girlfriend, why not marry me as compensation instead? Our wedding can be held on the same day as theirs. Hearing that, Mikai lifted her eyes. Then she slowly rose and walked away. The light in my eyes instantly faded. Her reaction did not surprise me. After all, Mikai was the untouchable beauty everyone knew. I had long prepared myself for her to refuse such an absurd request. But the next second, her cool voice reached my ears. If that day truly comes, I will marry you. The moment she finished speaking, she disappeared from the restaurant. I stood frozen for a long while before coming back to myself. Just as I was about to leave, the restaurant doors flew open. Yuji entered arm in arm with a young, handsome man. She tenderly cut his steak for him. She even carefully wiped his mouth with a napkin. Her motions were practiced, as if she had done it 1,000 times. But today was our 7th anniversary. On my phone, the message Yuji had sent not long ago stung my eyes. Yunmo, I am working late today. Do not wait up for me. I sat nearby, quietly watching the scene. A faint smile slowly touched my lips. Once, her blazing love had pried open my frozen heart. I thought we would love each other forever. But now, she doted on Yanqi in every way. For the sake of a ridiculous game, she was even going to fake a marriage with him behind my back. At that thought, I wiped the tears from my eyes. Then I left the restaurant without looking back. The first thing I did after getting home was gather all the memories we had shared over the years. Then I threw them all into the trash without hesitation. As I turned to go back inside, I ran into Yuji, returning from the restaurant. Yunmo, what did you just throw away? She had just returned from dinner with Yanqi. She seemed to be in a fine mood. I looked at her calmly. Nothing, just some trash. Yuji did not think much of it. She only pulled me into her arms. It is cold outside. Why did you not wear more? As she spoke, she quickly took off her coat and draped it over me. I was about to push it away, but I reached into the pocket and found several strawberry candies. Seeing me distracted, Yuji gave a helpless little laugh. Yanqi likes them, so I keep some on hand for him. My lips twitched. I said nothing. I silently walked into the house. Early the next morning, Yuji and I were having breakfast. The housekeeper looked at us with a smile. Sir, Miss, did you enjoy your anniversary yesterday? Yuji's body suddenly stiffened. She seemed to finally remember that yesterday was our anniversary. Panic flashed across her face. She looked at me, full of guilt. I am sorry, Yunmo. There was too much going on at the company yesterday. I accidentally forgot. I did not expose her lie. I only smiled softly. It is okay. Seeing my reaction, Yuji felt even guiltier. She hurriedly stood and called her assistant. Cancel all my appointments today. Then she quietly said something else into the phone. After hanging up, she came over to me. Yunmo, we will make up for yesterday's anniversary today. Have you not always wanted to see a meteor shower? Let us leave now. On the way up the mountain, I realized the entire mountain road was lined with warm, glowing lights. It was as though stars had fallen into the mountains. They shone brilliantly. Once we reached the summit, I saw that the area had somehow been filled with countless flowers airlifted in. A long dining table stood in the center. Candlelight flickered, elegant and romantic. Clearly, Yuji had arranged it all with great care. But there was no smile on my face. Yuji did not notice anything wrong with me. She had spent the entire trip staring down at her phone. I did not need to guess. She had been messaging Yanqi the whole time. As the meteor shower approached, Yuji was setting up a tent. The phone beside her would not stop vibrating. The noise was driving me crazy. I picked up her phone and instinctively entered my birthday to unlock it, but it said the passcode was incorrect. Please try again. The cold message appeared before my eyes. My fingers trembled slightly. She had used that passcode for 7 years. Now, she had changed it. I lowered my gaze. Then I tried Yanqi's birthday. Just as expected, the phone unlocked. The first thing I saw was her chat with Yanqi. All afternoon, though she had been with me, her messages with Yanqi had never stopped. Just then, Yanqi sent another message. Gee, I miss you so much. When Yuji walked over, I turned off the screen and handed her phone back. Your phone kept ringing just now. Yuji froze for a moment. She carefully studied my expression. Only after confirming nothing was amiss did she take the phone. At that moment, streaks of light cut through the black sky. The meteor shower had arrived. After admiring the rare sight for 1 second, I closed my eyes. I clasped my hands and made a wish. In truth, I had no wish to make. I only wanted to know what Yuji would do in those few seconds. So I silently counted down. When I reached 1, I opened my eyes. No one was beside me. Suddenly, my phone vibrated. It was a hurried message from Yuji. Yunmo, I am sorry. Something urgent came up. I have to go. I will keep you company next time. Looking at those words, I suddenly laughed at myself. After a long time, I slowly replied, I will be fine alone. I do not need you with me. And it was not only this time. Not next time, or the time after that. I will never need you by my side again. After the dazzling meteor shower ended, I went down the mountain alone. Yuji had driven away in the car. This place was remote. There was no way to get a taxi. I could only walk home. I do not know how long I walked before I got home. My feet were covered in blood blisters. Expressionless, I took off my shoes. I cleaned my wounds with alcohol. Just as I applied the ointment, Yuji suddenly came back. Her eyes were full of joy. She radiated ease and lightness. But when she saw my injured feet, her expression changed at once. Yunmo, how did you get yourself like this? I told her what happened as if it were nothing. Yuji caught her breath, then hurriedly apologized. I am sorry. Yunmo, it is all my fault. There was something very important I had to handle. I had to rush over. As she spoke, she crouched down. She placed my feet on her knees and carefully applied medicine to them. Looking at the crown of her dark hair, I gave a helpless, bitter smile. So seeing Zheng Yanqi was something very important to her. Back when I went to another province for computer training, my roommates ostracized me for being too outstanding. It was snowing heavily that day. When I called her, I sniffled. Something was off in my voice. She noticed immediately. She instantly asked what was wrong. Instinctively, I hid it. Nothing. I just miss you. Yuji said nothing then. But the next day, she appeared outside my dormitory. She was carrying a hot breakfast. I was overjoyed. I hurried downstairs and asked why she was here. She only smiled and hugged me. My boyfriend missed me. Of course, I had to come. Seeing the dark circles beneath her eyes and snow caught in her hair and lashes, my heart ached for her. I quickly asked how she got here. She merely raised an eyebrow, answering as though it were nothing. The heavy snow blocked the roads, so cars could not get through. There were no plane or high-speed rail tickets left, so I took a hard-seat train overnight to get here. In that moment, I was moved and heartbroken all at once. Yet she just smiled and pulled me into her arms. As long as you say you miss me, even if I had to walk through hell, I would still come to your side. Only now do I understand. Love does not disappear. It only shifts elsewhere. Yuji's love was still passionate, but the love she once had for me had already burned out. I took a deep breath, then slowly withdrew my feet. It is getting late. Get some rest. She paused at that, then moved to help me onto the bed. Her warm lips moved toward mine. I instinctively turned aside. I am a little tired. Let us sleep first. Yuji froze. She only thought it was because I was hurt and did not think much of it. She simply lay down beside me. Tomorrow is Yanqi's birthday. He invited us to celebrate with him. I remained silent, seeing that I wanted to refuse. Yuji's tone grew gentler. Yanqi really likes you as an older brother. I know you hate going out except when work takes you on tour, but make an exception for him this once. Early the next morning, I had just changed into my formal wear when a servant handed me an exquisite box. Mr. Yun, President, you bought this pocket watch long ago. It goes perfectly with your suit today. Please wear it to the banquet. When the box opened, I only needed one look to recognize it as the antique pocket watch Sotheby's had most recently auctioned off. It was called Heart of True Love. Rumor had it that a mysterious tycoon bought it for 300 million yuan. So, Yuji was the one who had bought it. But now, I was not even sure whether this pocket watch was meant for me, so I shook my head, signaling the servant to put it back. Zheng Yanqi's birthday party was lavish. The moment we arrived, Zheng Yanqi came racing over. He affectionately linked his arm through mine. Yunmo, I thought you would not come. I like you so much. Your performance in the journey of a legendary landscape painting has always been used as a teaching example by our academy's instructors. My dream is to become a dancer as brilliant as you. At that, he deliberately glanced at Yuji again, lowering his head slightly. A blush spread across his face. And to find a girlfriend as wonderful as Ji, I discreetly pulled my arm away and gave him a meaningful smile. I do not know about your first wish, but you will definitely achieve the second. At that, Yuji quickly tore her gaze away from Zheng Yanqi. Her heart tightened. Yunmo, what do you mean by that? I looked at her with a smile that did not reach my eyes. Do you not have lots of close friends? They must all be as exceptional as you. Introduce them to Yanqi, and he will find one. Zheng Yanqi bit his lip, then gave a shy smile. Sure, then I will thank you in advance, Ji. The moment he finished speaking, her face went livid. You are still too young. You are not allowed to date. I saw the jealousy in her eyes, but I did not call her out on it. Yuji gave almost all her attention to Zheng Yanqi. The instant Zheng Yanqi raised a glass to his lips, she pressed down on his hand. No drinking. Do you not know your own limits? If he got even a little close to another woman, she would immediately pull him away. Seeing this, I stood apart from the crowd and smiled bitterly. I idly swirled the wine in my glass. Quite a few people began whispering when they noticed me. Who is he? He is so handsome, and that presence. He is a total dreamboat. After that, several women who could not hold back came forward to ask for my contact information. Watching the women crowd around me, one of Yuji's friends teasingly nudged her with an elbow. "Gee, your boyfriend is so popular. If you do not stop them, someone will steal him away." Yuji merely glanced over at me. Then she turned her attention back to Zheng Yanqi. She smiled carelessly. "He will not." I was not far from her. When I heard that, I could not help but give a quiet laugh. When we first got together, Yuji had a nickname everyone in our circle knew. The Jealous Queen. It was because I was too handsome. And whenever she took me out, people would always approach me for my contact information. She guarded me like I was something precious. She kicked away every woman who came near. But now, she would only say, "He won't." Did she care about me less than before? Or was she certain that I loved her too much to leave? Expressionless, I rejected every woman before me. After the crowd dispersed, I happened to see, not far away, a girl standing before Zheng Yanqi. "Hey, handsome, just give me your contact information." Before she could even finish flirting, she was violently kicked nearly 3 feet away. The entire banquet hall fell silent. Everyone stared that way in shock, myself included. Yuji's face was grim. She grabbed Zheng Yanqi's arm and dragged him straight away. I did not want to face that scene, so I headed to the restroom to get away from it. But as I walked out, I saw Yuji pin Zheng Yanqi against a wall. "If anyone asks for your contact information again, you must refuse. Do you understand?" Zheng Yanqi's eyes gleamed with amusement. He deliberately asked, "Why, G?" Her gaze darkened. She said nothing. She only took from inside her coat the antique pocket watch called Heart of True Love and put it on his wrist. I watched the scene silently. I thought my heart could no longer hurt. But seeing this still left me struggling to breathe. I forced myself to turn away, refusing to watch what came next. Not until the birthday banquet ended did Yuji and Zheng Yanqi reappear. As Zheng Yanqi saw Yuji and me off, something suddenly occurred to me. "It is your birthday today. Why have we not seen your sister?" Zheng Yanqi froze for a moment, then shook his head. "I do not know. My sister has been very busy lately." Yuji frowned. What could possibly keep her so busy that she would miss your birthday banquet? Mikai had always been elusive since childhood, but as her best friend, this was the first time Yuji had seen her vanish for so long. Zheng Yanqi pouted miserably. "I am only her stepbrother. We are not blood related, so we are not very close." Yuji did not think much of it. She ruffled his hair. "Do not be afraid of her. Come to me if you need anything." Zheng Yanqi nodded emphatically. G is the one who spoils me most. Watching them flirt so openly, I did not say a word from beginning to end. It took them quite a while to finish saying goodbye. I flagged down a cab. "We have both been drinking. Let us take a cab home." Yuji had no objection. She nodded and got in. The alcohol made me drowsy the whole way. Yuji kept her eyes lowered to her phone. She seemed to be chatting with someone. A faint smile touched her lips, and her eyes brimmed with tenderness. When we got home, Yuji got out first. As I was getting out, the driver could not help calling after me. "Young man, you should keep an eye on your girlfriend. She seems to be." I gave a soft hum, forcing a calm smile. "I know. She is seeing someone else. She is getting married soon. But it is fine. I am getting married soon too." With that, I ignored the driver's stunned expression and headed for the villa. Then I took out my phone and texted Mikai. "How are the wedding preparations going?" A few seconds later, Mikai replied, "Are you that eager to marry me?" When I saw that, I froze completely. Could Mikai really say something like that? Was she flirting with me? I crouched there for a long time, typing and deleting my reply, not knowing what to say. "Yunmo, why are you still out there?" Yuji stood in the doorway, looking at me in surprise. I snapped back to my senses. I hastily turned off my phone and hurried inside. After showering, I curled up under the covers. I stared at my chat with Mikai for a long time. In the end, I sent her one message. "I was only afraid you would not come." Seconds later, she sent a voice message. Her voice was gentle and sweet. "Do not worry. I will marry you on time." I instinctively covered my burning ears, momentarily dazed. Yuji came out after getting ready for bed. A trace of suspicion filled her dark eyes. "Who were you talking to just now?" She was certain she had heard a woman's voice. I quickly turned off my phone and slipped it beneath my pillow. No one. Watching my obvious attempt to hide it. For some reason, Yuji felt faintly uneasy. She slowly leaned in to kiss me, but once again, I pushed her away. "I have not been sleeping well lately." "Why do you not sleep in the guest room?" Seeing how distant I was, Yuji finally sensed that something was deeply wrong. She immediately panicked. "Yunmo, did I do something wrong? Can we talk? You keep rejecting me again and again. It really hurts me." I gave a silent, mocking smile. Just as I was about to speak, Yuji's phone suddenly rang. Frowning, she meant to decline it. But when she saw the caller ID, She let go of me. She stepped aside to answer. Gee, I had a nightmare. Will you come keep me company? A fragile, pitiful voice came through the phone. Her heart softened. She gave a soft hum of agreement and comforted him gently. Do not be afraid. I will be right there. After ending the call, Yuji picked up her coat. She looked at me helplessly. Yunmo, there is an urgent matter at work. I have to go. An urgent matter? What could be so urgent at the office at this hour? I knew perfectly well, but I did not expose her lie. She did not come home for 3 straight days. She only texted me that she had an important project to handle and would return in a few days. Honestly, she did not need to tell me. I did not care. Then, on the 4th morning, the doorbell suddenly rang. When I opened the door, I found a sharply dressed man outside. Hello, Mr. Yun. I'm President Mi's executive assistant. President Mi sent me to take you to try on wedding suits. Are you available today? I paused in surprise, then nodded. Yes, I am. Mikai was always meticulous. She had already selected several suits that would suit me. So, once we arrived at the bridal shop, I only had to try them on one by one and choose my favorite. Perhaps Mikai simply had excellent taste, because every suit I put on felt custom-made for me. Just as I could not decide, a familiar voice suddenly sounded outside. I looked up and saw Zheng Yanqi walk into the shop arm in arm with Yuji. Gee, what do you think of this wedding suit? How about I wear this to marry you on our wedding day? Zheng Yanqi stood before a white suit, his eyes sparkling as he looked at her. Yuji's eyes smiled. She looked at him indulgently. Whatever you want. Zheng Yanqi's smile widened. He was about to take the suit inside to change, but stopped abruptly when he turned around. Yunmo. At the familiar name, Yuji's breath caught. She turned around and saw me standing across from her. She rushed toward me in disbelief and tightly gripped my wrist. Yunmo, why are you here? And why are you wearing a groom's suit? I pulled free from her grasp. I calmly asked, what about you? Weren't you busy with the project? Why are you here? Her expression stiffened slightly, but she quickly recovered. I finished it, so I came to help Yanqi choose formal wear. She grew increasingly panicked just as she was about to ask why I was here. Zheng Yanqi came over, his eyes red. He glanced at me. Gee, does Yunmo really want to marry you so badly that he came to try on wedding suits? Maybe we should forget that game punishment. Before he finished, Yuji's face went cold. She quickly cut him off. No, this was decided long ago. Then her tone softened. She turned to soothe me gently. Yunmo, I know you really want to get married, but we have been together so long. All we lack is a marriage certificate. It can happen sooner or later. I will start preparing soon. Please do not rush me, okay? Mockery welled up inside me. I did not explain. I simply went along with her. No rush. I only tried on wedding attire because I was passing by. It looked nice, so I tried it on. Now that I have tried it, I will be leaving. You to carry on. After changing out of the suit, I went outside. The executive assistant immediately came over. Mr. Yun, did you find one you like? I nodded. The last one I tried on. You can report back. I can get home myself. The moment the car pulled away, Yuji and Zheng Yanqi stepped out of the bridal shop. Yunmo, who were you talking to? Yuji frowned and hurried over to me. That person looked a little like Mikai's assistant. I brushed her off casually. No one. He was just asking for directions. Yuji still felt something was off. Frowning, she wanted to ask more, but Zheng Yanqi cut in with a bright smile. Yunmo, Ji bought me a cruise ship. We are throwing a party on the cruise ship today. Why not come with us? A cruise ship? I could not help glancing at Yuji. Sure enough, guilt flashed across her face. You two have fun. I will pass. My lips curled into a humorless smile. Just as I turned to leave, Zheng Yanqi clung to my arm. Yunmo, come with us. There is no fun in staying home all day. Come have some fun. He would not take no for an answer and pulled me into the car. When Zheng Yanqi appeared, the invited guests swarmed over. Yanqi, President you spoils you too much. She bought such a luxurious cruise ship without hesitation. Does President you like Yanqi? You two would be perfect together. You two are a handsome, beautiful couple, made for each other. As their remarks became more inappropriate, Yuji's expression darkened. What nonsense are you talking about? I have a boyfriend. She quickly grabbed my hand. Yunmo, do not take it to heart. They are only joking. Hearing Yuji deny it without hesitation, Zheng Yanqi's smile froze for a moment. He only forced out a smile after a moment. Yeah, what are you all talking about? Ji and my sister are best friends. The atmosphere froze for a moment. Everyone hurriedly apologized, then urged everyone to play games and liven things up. I did not want to join, but Zheng Yanqi pulled me in. Unfortunately, I lost the first round. After drawing a punishment card, it read, tell a secret. After a long silence, I finally spoke. 5 days from now, something big will happen. Everyone else was intrigued and eagerly asked what it was. Under their curious stares, I had no intention of revealing the answer. Only Yuji looked uneasy. She looked at me again and again, several times on the verge of speaking. In the end, she took my hand and asked, Yunmo, do you know something? Though I knew what she meant, I asked. No, what? She slowly let go of my hand and stared deeply at me, missing none of my expressions. After a long while, She did not press further. Perhaps she could not stop thinking about my answer. Yuji remained distracted. After several rounds, she finally lost. The punishment she drew was to kiss the man seated to her left, and Zheng Yanqi was seated to her left. She quickly picked up a glass of wine. I will take the penalty drink. No kissing. Everyone glanced at Zheng Yanqi and immediately began chanting, no drinking. You have to do the punishment. Kiss him. Their chants would not stop. Amid the uproar, I suddenly stood up. Everyone thought I was angry and hurried to smooth things over. Yunmo, it is just a game. Do not be such a sore loser. I swept my gaze across everyone there. I knew many of them were Zheng Yanqi's friends. Clearly, they had come to help Zheng Yanqi win her over. I said nothing. I merely curled my lips. Then I stepped behind Yuji and gave her a push. Caught off guard, she lost her balance and stumbled toward Zheng Yanqi, straight into his arms. Before she could react, Zheng Yanqi slipped an arm around her neck and bashfully deepened the kiss. 3 seconds later, Yuji suddenly came to her senses. She looked at me in disbelief. Yunmo, but I merely smiled faintly. They were right. It is only a game. A bet's a bet. Ignoring Yuji's stunned gaze, I turned and headed outside. You all keep playing. I am going out for some air. With that, I walked out onto the cruise ship's deck. I stood on the deck, staring out at the boundless sea. I did not know how much time passed before a voice sounded behind me. Yunmo, you knew all along that 5 days from now, Ji would hold a fake wedding with me, did you not? My body stiffened slightly at his words, but I did not turn around. Perhaps my calmness enraged Zheng Yanqi. He walked directly up to me. These past few days, I refuse to believe you cannot see how much Ji likes me. If I were you, I would have given up long ago. You lost to a guy in his early 20s. Do you not find that humiliating? After a long while, I finally looked at him. My voice was quiet. Zheng Yanqi, if Yuji truly loved you, why not break up with me directly, instead of holding a fake wedding with you? If you can get her to break up with me, I will step aside without a word. It was as though I had struck a raw nerve. Zheng Yanqi's eyes filled with jealousy and resentment. After glancing at the boundless sea, he gritted his teeth and said, fine, then let us find out who matters most to Ji. With that, he suddenly shoved me into the sea. Then, gritting his teeth, he jumped in after me. I never expected Zheng Yanqi to be so insane. Everyone knew I could not swim at all. Soon, the sound of us hitting the water reached the people inside. Yuji rushed over as fast as she could. When she saw Zheng Yanqi and me bobbing in the sea, panic covered her face. Without the slightest hesitation, she took off her coat and jumped into the water. Yet her first reaction was to swim toward Zheng Yanqi, who was farther away. She held Zheng Yanqi tightly and hauled him back onto the deck. Her eyes were filled with worry. Yanqi, she anxiously checked Zheng Yanqi's condition, barely sparing a glance for me in the sea. The endless sea water kept surging over me. I felt as though my lungs and stomach were filled with seawater. Within my fading field of vision, all that remained were the figures of Yuji and Zheng Yanqi. Just then, Zheng Yanqi cast me a smug look before completely passing out. Yanqi, Yuji cried out in alarm and hurriedly began giving him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. I had no idea how much time had passed. From the sea, I watched it all helplessly. My struggles grew weaker and weaker, and my cries for help faded until they were almost inaudible. The taste of utter despair swept through my entire body. Past scenes began flashing before my eyes. I had never been able to swim. Once, I nearly drowned in a pool. After I woke up, I became terrified of water. I could not go near rivers or lakes, and I was even afraid to use a bathtub. When Yuji found out, she spent 3 whole months by my side every day, helping me overcome my fear. I became less afraid of water, but I still could not learn to swim. Back then, Yuji only smiled. Then she gently pulled me into her arms. As long as I am here, Yunmo, I will never let you suffer even the slightest harm again. But now, every wound I bore had been inflicted by her. My body sank deeper and deeper. My consciousness slowly faded. I gradually closed my eyes. When I opened them again, a stark white ceiling filled my vision. The sharp scent of hospital disinfectant told me I hadn't made it to heaven. When she saw that I was awake, Yuji, who had been keeping vigil at my bedside, immediately teared up. It was as if she had nearly lost her most precious treasure. Yunmo, you are finally awake. If you had not woken up, I would have followed you. Her voice choked with emotion. Her concern seemed completely genuine, yet I was not moved in the slightest. When she saw my placid, unruffled gaze, Yuji's heart suddenly clenched. She gripped my hand tightly. Yunmo, Yanqi is frail, and he cannot swim. Whenever I see him, I think of how you were back then. That is why I lost my head and saved him first. Hit me. Yell at me. Please, just do not ignore me. I looked at her. My expression remained numb. I only spoke flatly. He is frail. Should you not be taking care of him now? Yuji hurriedly shook her head. He is fine. Right now, I only want to stay by your side. Over the next few days, as if trying to make up for her mistake, Yuji canceled all her work and never left my side. It was not until the day I was discharged, when she had something to attend to, that I finally slipped out of her sight and went to a tattoo parlor. Mr. Yun, are you sure you want this tattoo removed? Tattoo removal is very painful. I nodded. My pale fingers slowly traced the 2 letters on my collarbone. It is only a tattoo. No matter how much it hurts. Could it hurt worse than a broken heart? The burning, needle-like pain in my chest went on for who knew how long. Still, I gritted my teeth and endured it, without making a sound. In our 3rd year together, I still had countless admirers. Yuji was crazed with jealousy. In the end, she kept begging me to tattoo her name on my collarbone, so that at first glance, everyone would know I was Yuji's man. After removing the tattoo, I left alone. Yuji did not come home until that evening. The first thing she did was pull me into a tight embrace. Then she handed me a ticket to Bali for the next day. Yunmo, have you not wanted to visit Bali for ages? You have been in a bad mood these past few days. So, why not go there and clear your head? I looked at the ticket and suddenly remembered overhearing her in the hallway a few days earlier, talking with her friends. You must keep this hidden for the next few days. Do not let Yunmo find out about the wedding. The wedding is going to be so lavish. It will be hard to keep it from him. Yuji, you are asking too much of us. They exchanged uneasy looks, but Yuji frowned impatiently. I will arrange for Yunmo to go on a trip. By the time he comes back, it will all be over. I will not have anything more to do with Yanqi either. At that thought, I smiled coldly. So bad things will not go your way this time. We can never go back to the way things were. After all, on the day you get married, I will be getting married too. The only difference is that yours will be fake, and mine will be real. Then I gave a quiet laugh and accepted the ticket. Alright, seeing me agree so easily, Yuji let out a sudden sigh of relief. The next day, Yuji saw me off to the airport as I carried my suitcase. Before I entered the airport, she pulled me into her arms to say goodbye. But in that embrace, she lowered her head slightly and saw that the tattoo on my collarbone was gone. Yunmo, you had the tattoo removed? Yuji clutched my collar in disbelief. In her agitation, she even tore off a button. Didn't we say this tattoo could never be removed? Panic consumed her. Her eyes turned icy, but I remained calm. Calmly, I eased my collar from her grip. It did not look good with my clothes, so I had it removed. But that explanation did not convince Yuji. She was utterly panicked. How could it not look good? You look good in anything to me. That tattoo means so much. Let us go get it tattooed again right now, okay? Before I could refuse, her phone suddenly rang. Gee, the wedding is tomorrow. I am so nervous. At those words, Yuji immediately covered her phone, muttered something under her breath, and hung up. She still tried to drag me away to get the tattoo redone, but a boarding announcement suddenly echoed through the terminal. She had no choice but to hold my hand and say, Yunmo, go board first. When you come back, we will get it tattooed again. I neither nodded nor refused. I only took my suitcase and waved goodbye to Yuji. What she did not know was, the second her car pulled away, I walked out of the airport. I tore the ticket to pieces and took a cab to a hotel. After checking in, I sent Mikai the address. This is where I will be staying tomorrow. On the day of the wedding, I was just about to change clothes when Yuji called. Yunmo, have you arrived in Bali? How is the scenery there? I'm here. The scenery is beautiful, I answered calmly, taking off my bathrobe and putting on the suit I had prepared. Hearing the rustle of clothes over the phone, a flicker of suspicion rose in Yuji's heart. Yunmo, what are you doing? I smiled. Just as I was about to answer, one of her friends suddenly called out to her. Yuji, the groom's party should be here to pick you up. Her heart immediately tightened. She instinctively hung up and hurriedly texted an explanation. Sorry, Yunmo, I accidentally hung up just now. Have fun there. When I am done here, I will come pick you up. Seeing that I was not suspicious, Yuji finally put her mind at ease. After hanging up, I finished changing into my suit and styled my hair. Outside the hotel, a row of luxury cars was parked outside. Mikai, dressed in a pure white wedding gown, leaned against a Rolls-Royce. She radiated a cool, unapproachable air. When she saw me appear, the corners of her lips curved up slightly. Mr. Yun, I have come to marry you. My face instantly turned red. Not wanting to be outdone, I confidently placed my hand in hers. Miss me for the rest of our lives. Please take good care of me. We got into the wedding car and drove off in grand procession. Halfway there, another wedding convoy approached from the opposite direction. Both cars stopped in unspoken understanding, so the brides could exchange bouquets. The windows slowly rolled down, and Yuji and I met each other's eyes. Yunmo, why are you here? Yuji's pupils contracted in shock. She could hardly believe her eyes. Her voice trembling in disbelief. Stop the car, she cried urgently. But Mikai gave the driver a look, signaling him to drive on. The driver of Yuji's wedding car did not react in time, and only pressed the accelerator continuing ahead. And so, the two wedding convoys drove away in opposite directions without looking back. Yuji continued staring blankly out the window. Yanqi called to her several times, but she did not respond. Only as my wedding car disappeared into the distance did she slowly sit upright. Yanqi bit his lip, unease rising in his heart, but he still spoke with a smile. Gee, did you see wrong just now? Is Yunmo not supposed to be in Bali right now? Maybe you imagine it? Yuji was uncertain, but could only comfort herself with his words. Maybe I really did see wrong. After all, I personally saw him off at the airport. She struggled to suppress her unease and forced a smile. The wedding procession drew closer and closer to the venue, but Yuji's unease only grew stronger. Her wildly pounding heart kept warning her that at this very moment, something unimaginable was happening. One thought screamed from deep within her. Go back, see if that man was Yunmo. Yet Yuji deceived herself, telling herself, Yunmo loves me deeply. He could never marry someone else. I must have been mistaken. At this lavish wedding, most of the young people in the elite social circle had come. Many did not even know Yuji was not marrying her own boyfriend. Amid countless congratulations, she took Yanqi's arm and walked step by step toward the officiant. Yet with every step, a sense of regret rose within her. At this wedding, she was not as happy as she had imagined. She looked at Yanqi beside her, smiling sweetly, but something felt wrong. It was as if the one standing beside her, the groom, should not have been Yanqi. The moment that thought surfaced, Yuji froze. Her steps stopped as well. Many people looked over in confusion. Gee, what is wrong? Yanqi tugged at her sleeve and asked softly. Yuji shook her head distractedly. It is nothing. Then she continued forward, repeatedly telling herself that everything today was a beautiful dream she had woven for herself. And Yanqi, when the dream ended, she would return to her old life. Even after convincing herself again and again, some things were still different. At the same moment, the officiants of both weddings spoke in unison. Groom and bride, do you take the person beside you in marriage, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, through good times and bad, when they need you most? Will you stand by them? Never leave them for all your days? Mikai and I looked into each other's eyes and saw the certainty there. I do. But at the other wedding, only an excited male voice answered. I do. Yanqi looked shyly at Yuji with a smile, waiting for her answer. But her lips moved several times, yet she could not make a sound. At some point, Yanqi's face gradually merged with mine in her eyes. Only then did she force out the words. I suppose I do. Yanqi's face paled slightly, but he maintained a flawless smile. Gee, I am so happy I get to marry you today. I am truly happy. He drew her into his arms, his eyes crinkling as he smiled. Yuji averted her eyes evasively and gave a quiet hum. Now, the groom may kiss the bride. The officiant had barely finished speaking when Yuji's friends began cheering. Kiss her. Amid the crowd's cheers, Yuji slowly closed her eyes, but felt no anticipation at all. For some reason, my image appeared in her mind again. The thought she had struggled to suppress returned. The man in that wedding car. Was it really not him? Yuji instinctively looked toward the audience and scanned the room, especially searching through her friends for someone. Mikai had not come again. She had lost count of how many times that had happened. Mikai had seemed busy all this time. No one knew what exactly she had been busy with. Yet, there was always a faint smile on her face, one the old Mikai would never have worn. Inexplicably, Yuji connected Mikai with me. The two of them lately had both been acting strangely. The girl's voice recorded on my phone that night had sounded somewhat like Mikai. Before she could think further, Yanqi's eyes filled with tears, his voice breaking apart. Gee, do you love me? Everyone is watching. Yuji came back to herself. She rose onto her toes and passively accepted his kiss. Only millimeters separated them. His hot breath brushed against her neck. She hurriedly closed her eyes, waiting for a sweet kiss. But the next second, she turned her head away. Before Yanqi could feel her lips, she had already let go of him. No one else noticed. They only kept cheering and applauding, celebrating the couple's happiness. The happier the scene before her looked, the worse Yuji's expression became. When the officiant announced the next step, Yuji suddenly spoke up. This wedding is over. The words had barely left her mouth when she rushed out of the wedding venue without a second thought, desperate to prove the thought in her heart. At once, the venue erupted in uproar. Many people whispered among themselves, what is going on? The wedding is over already? No way. The officiant clearly had not finished the ceremony. Look at the groom. He clearly had no idea this was coming. Every whispered comment reached Yanqi's ears. His face turned white as paper. His pride kept him from chasing after her. Yanqi was not the only one calling Yuji's name. Yuji's friends called after her too. She paused mid-step, but did not turn back. Everyone knew this magnificent dream had shattered completely at that moment. Yanqi collapsed to the floor in despair. Tears soaked his clothes, but no one felt sorry for him. Only one thought remained in Yuji's mind. Find me. She could not wait any longer. She feared that if she missed this chance, she would regret it for the rest of her life. Even if she had mistaken someone else for me, it was better than losing me forever. A wedding could always be held again if this one failed. But once someone was gone, they were gone forever. Yuji called her assistant as she drove. Find out who is getting married in Zheng City today. Who is holding a wedding on the same scale as mine? Where are they being held? Find out quickly. Her assistant quickly agreed and assembled a team to investigate. Meanwhile, she drove on, following the road she had taken there, searching every possible wedding venue. After searching for who knew how long, just as she was about to give up in despair, her assistant called. But the assistant sounded terrified to speak. President Yu, the only one matching your criteria is me Kai. She is holding her wedding at Changnan Shanzhuang. The groom appears to be Mr. Yun. Before the assistant could finish, bang! Yuji's phone slammed into the dashboard. Her car stopped by the roadside. Even without her assistant's words, she knew me Kai and I had gotten married today. We were holding our bright red marriage certificates. As we walked out of the Civil Affairs Bureau, Yuji was so furious her vision went black. She slammed her fist hard against the steering wheel. Yunmo. She forced my name out from deep in her throat. She had never imagined the scene before her. Her best friend had married her boyfriend. Mikai. How dare you? Her eyes bloodshot. She spoke through gritted teeth. After getting out, she slammed the car door shut. The force of it revealed her fury. Yuji trudged painfully toward us. Every time she closed and opened her eyes, she desperately hoped she was hallucinating. She stopped in front of me, Kai, and me, her fist clenched tight. It looked as though she might throw a punch at any moment. Clearly, I thought so too. She had done this countless times before. This time would likely be no different. I immediately stepped in front of Mikai. My voice was ice-cold. Yuji, what are you doing here? Seeing my guarded stance and distant attitude, Yuji felt her heart break completely. She gave a bitter laugh, but her eyes remained filled with icy bitterness. I should be asking you that. Weren't you supposed to be in Bali? Why are you at the Civil Affairs Bureau? You married her. I am your girlfriend. Do you think I am dead? Yuji gripped my shoulders tightly, shouting herself hoarse. The next second, Mikai laced her fingers through mine. With her other hand, she calmly pried Yuji's fingers away. Then she taunted her unhurriedly. I am sorry, Yuji. I am Yunmo's wife now, and you are nothing to him. With an assertive air, she pulled me back into her arms. She leaned naturally against my chest, glaring coldly at Yuji. At that sight, Yuji looked ready to burst with rage. Her best friend and her boyfriend had both betrayed her. A crushing pain spread from her heart through her entire body, almost drowning her. Her heart hurt so much she could barely breathe. Her lips trembled. After a long while, she lied to herself and said, Yunmo, Kai, stop joking with me. You staged a fake marriage to deceive me, right? I was wrong. But please do not punish me this way. I am begging you. The ever-proud Yuji lowered her head at last, pleading desperately. I watched her coldly, without the slightest stir in my heart. Stop lying to yourself, Yuji. We are completely over. As you can see, I married Mikai, and you married Zheng Yanqi. No, do not lie to me. Yunmo, you are the only one I love. You know that. Yuji still could not believe it. She reached for me, trying to embrace me. The next second, a sharp slap cracked across her face. Have you made enough of a scene? Yuji, happy wedding day. And happy wedding day to me too. I made your beautiful dream come true. Our wedding today was perfect. I wonder how your wedding to Yanqi went. Mikai's words struck Yuji like thunderbolts to the heart. She stood frozen in place, unable to decide what expression to make. You both knew all along. As she said that, a wave of overwhelming panic nearly swallowed her whole. All this time, her concealment and pretense had suddenly become a colossal joke. From the very beginning, I knew she was planning a wedding with Zheng Yanqi. Yuji hardly dared to think about it. I watched the trails of regretful tears run down her face and gave a cold laugh. I confirmed what she feared. Yes, the moment you said you would hold a wedding with Zheng Yanqi, I knew everything. I knew you had grown tired of me. I knew you had fallen for him. So I chose to let you be together. Did you not hold your wedding today? Where is Zheng Yanqi? Today is a good day. Why not register your marriage while you are at it? There was nothing but indifference in my eyes. Her regret could no longer move me at all. Seeing my icy gaze, Yuji felt as though her heart were being carved apart. She hurriedly explained, Yunmo, it is not what you think. I still love you. I never intended to truly marry Yanqi. It was only meant as punishment. You were jealous, weren't you? You do not like Zheng Yanqi. Then I will never contact him again. You want to get married. Let us register our marriage right now, okay? As she spoke, Yuji tried to drag me toward the Civil Affairs Bureau. Before I could shake her off, Mikai seized Yuji's wrist, forcibly pulling her hand away. Yuji, I told you, Yunmo and I are married. You two have no chance anymore. She stood firmly in front of me, shielding me. Then she slightly raised her chin toward the space behind Yuji. Your husband is waiting behind you. At that, Yuji instinctively turned around. Zheng Yanqi stood there clutching a filthy bouquet, his eyes red from crying. After taking a long moment to compose himself, he choked out, Gee, wasn't today supposed to be our wedding? Why did you leave me there all alone? His innocent face was flushed from crying, making him look utterly pitiful. Mikai frowned impatiently. She hated seeing her little brother look so spineless. I watched the scene with great interest, as though I were watching a play that had nothing to do with me. Seeing Yanqi crying so pitifully, Yuji felt a moment of sympathy, but when her eyes met my detached, amused gaze, she quickly came back to her senses. She said in a low voice, "Yanqi, the wedding is over. So, is the punishment for losing that game. We should return to where we were before." At her words, Yanqi's face filled with shock, as though he had never expected her to be so heartless. Yuji turned back and looked at me ingratiatingly. "Yunmo, married people can still get divorced. Why don't we go inside and have the marriage annal now?" "No. Yuji, what do you take me for?" Mikai gave her a casual glance. Yuji's anger burned even hotter, interrupted again and again. She was nearly driven out of her mind. "Mikai, this is between Yunmo and me. What right do you have to interfere? You don't love him at all. Why did you marry him?" Rage surged through her. She could no longer hold it back. She swung her hand straight at Mikai's face. "Don't." I instinctively moved to stop her. The memory of Yuji becoming vicious and unhinged, and driving away everyone who tried to approach me, was still vivid in my mind. I worried that she might hurt Mikai too. But the next second, I realized my concern had been unnecessary. Mikai caught Yuji's slap cleanly in her palm. The two women grappled fiercely, evenly matched. Just then, Yanqi glared at me unhappily. "Ji is getting hit. Why aren't you stopping them? She's hurt. Doesn't that hurt you at all?" I gave him a contemptuous look. "Then you care so much. Go stop them yourself," I kindly reminded him. "The person hitting you, Ji, is your sister. Whom are you going to help?" Yanqi gritted his teeth. After hesitating for only a second, he charged forward without hesitation and shielded Yuji with his body. "Ji, if she doesn't care about you, I do. Sister, if you want to hit someone, hit me." He instinctively closed his eyes and used his body to protect Yuji. However, Mikai and Yuji were both blinded by rage. Neither could stop herself, nor did either of them want to. At that moment, both women struck Yanqi at the same time. He felt as though his insides were about to explode. Mikai felt no sympathy for him. She dragged him away and threw him onto the roadside like a bag of trash. Yuji spared Yanqi one concerned glance. Then Mikai slapped her. The pain made her gasp. After that, she could no longer spare any thought for Yanqi on the ground. The two women grappled again. Seeing this, I hurriedly said something to the person on the phone. 3 ambulances arrived soon afterward and took all 3 of them away. Watching my figure disappear, Yuji lay on the stretcher in despair. Her heart felt torn apart. She had truly lost the person who loved her most. Agonizing pain radiated through every bone in her body. Overwhelmed by despair, she lost consciousness. When she woke again, she was completely alone. In the past, whenever she was hurt because of me, I would stay by her side without leaving for even a moment, taking care of her. I would change her bandages, with nothing but concern in my eyes. She would only manage a strained smile and pretend to be carefree. "It's nothing. This doesn't hurt." I would smile helplessly. "Don't do this again. It hurts me to see you hurt. I won't even spare anyone else a glance." Remembering this, Yuji gave a bitter smile. But as she smiled, tears began to fall. The injuries on her body were nowhere near as severe as before, yet they felt far more painful. The pain was almost unbearable. Even the old wounds on her body seemed to scream in agony all at once. Suddenly, the hospital room door opened. A pale arm came into view. Yunmo. Yuji had not even had time to feel happy before Yanqi appeared before her. It was like having a bucket of cold water thrown over her. "Yanqi, why are you here?" Her excited tone instantly turned calm. The smile on Yanqi's face froze. Then he quickly returned to normal and put on a concerned expression. "Gee, do your injuries still hurt?" "I'm fine. Weren't you hurt too? Focus on recovering. You don't need to take care of me. There is a caregiver here." She turned her face aside and avoided his reaching fingers, suppressing his hurt feelings. Yanqi cautiously buried himself in Yuji's arms. "Gee, I only wanted to spend more time with you. Yunmo has already married my sister. Can't you look at me instead?" As he spoke, he took Yuji's hand and pressed it against his heart, trying to make her feel his sincerity. "Gee, I'm no worse than Yunmo. You clearly have feelings for me too. I want to make that wedding real. Can I?" Yanqi gazed at her almost pleadingly, but received only an apologetic look. "I'm sorry. I admit I once had feelings for you, but they are over now. I can't be with you, and I never will. I will belong to Yunmo alone for the rest of my life. He will be my only husband. As for that wedding, let's pretend it never happened. Yanqi, you're still young. You'll meet many beautiful girls." Yuji lowered her eyes and said calmly, "No, I'll never meet anyone else who makes my heart race like you do." "Yuji." Yanqi threw himself into her arms and wrapped his arms tightly around her waist. He insisted. As he spoke, his eyes darkened, as though he had made up his mind. "Gee, don't you want to win Yunmo back? You two have loved each other for so many years. He surely hasn't completely moved on from you. How about this? I'm willing to be your tool. If you treat me well, Yunmo will definitely get jealous when he sees us. Afterward, I'll explain that nothing happened between us." Before he could finish speaking, Yuji shoved Zheng Yanqi away. "Yanqi, I won't do anything improper again, and I certainly won't keep treating you well. I don't want Yanmo to be jealous or misunderstand again. This ends here." Her expression was icy cold. Her manner could not have been more distant. Even as the boy before her wept pitifully, she felt not the slightest pity. She merely looked away, gazing into the distance beyond the window, leaving Zheng Yanqi to sob. "She knew my personality better than anyone. Once I made a decision, no one could change my mind. Once I decided to stop loving her, I would take every bit of that love back. How can I possibly be jealous over Zheng Yanqi?" Yuji smiled bitterly. She also realized that lately, she had been ridiculously self-righteous. She had confidently believed that she had only indulged herself once, that I would never find out, and that even if I did, I would never leave her. Yet, reality gave her a brutal slap in the face. From beginning to end, the one who could not let go, who could not walk away, had always been her. She had begged for this relationship in the first place. How could she have forgotten that? Yuji covered her face, too devastated to accept the truth. After a long while, she finally spoke slowly. "Leave. Don't contact me again, no matter what happens. After all, you're only my friend's younger brother." Hearing her cut him off, Zheng Yanqi became so desperate he nearly went mad. "Impossible. You love me too. Why are you treating me like this?" No matter how he begged, Yuji remained cold. Only after Zheng Yanqi cried and screamed himself hoarse did she call on the bodyguards. "You lot, take Mr. Zheng home, without my permission. Don't let him come see me again." "Yes, ma'am." After receiving her orders, the bodyguards immediately surrounded Zheng Yanqi, ignoring his resistance. They hauled him into a car. Seeing the resolve in her eyes, the despair in his heart nearly swallowed him whole. No matter how he called out, he could not escape being taken away. The room fell silent at once. Yuji finally had time to sort through the chaos in her mind. She knew perfectly well, he loves me. So, what if he's married? He and Mikai only acted on impulse. As long as I sincerely admit my mistakes, I can always return to his side. That was what Yuji told herself. Just then, her phone suddenly vibrated. Yuji instinctively entered my birthday to unlock it, but it did not unlock. Only then did she remember. Some time ago, Zheng Yanqi had sweetly coaxed her into changing her passcode to his birthday. She had not thought much of it, indulging him and letting him do as he pleased. But now, the lock screen passcode seemed to mock how shallow her love for me had been. As if her fingertips had been burned, she hurriedly changed the passcode back to my birthday, as though that could return things to how they once were. Then she opened WeChat and saw several photos Mikai had sent. In the first photo, I was asleep, slumped beside the hospital bed. There were faint dark circles beneath my eyes, but I did not look haggard. The second photo showed us sleeping in the same bed. Every photo displayed our intimacy. The warm intimacy in those photos stung Yuji's eyes. Her hand tightened around the phone, wishing she could crush it and make the images vanish forever. But then she accidentally tapped the screen, opening Mikai's Moments feed. The top post showed the photos of their marriage certificates side by side. Its caption contained only a few short words. "At last, you're here." Countless mutual friends liked and commented on the post. "Congratulations to Mikai and her husband. I never expected Sister Me to be the first among us to get married. Wishing you both a lifetime of happiness." So this is what Sister Me has been busy with lately. No wonder she hasn't been joining our get-togethers. I wonder when we'll get to meet brother-in-law. Sister Me, of all people, finally fell in love. I never thought I'd see the day. What kind of man could possibly win you over? I really want to meet him. As she scrolled down, the comments were all blessings and congratulations. But Yuji could not suppress the rage and jealousy in her heart. She had been so close. Yanmo would have been hers. If only she had arrived 1 minute earlier. She never would have let them get married. She nearly lost her mind and typed a message in the comments. "Yanmo doesn't love you. Even if you're married, he will come back to me someday." Moments after she posted it, she was bombarded with countless messages demanding answers. Everyone was asking what was going on. Even several close friends messaged her one after another. "Sister You, did you post that by mistake? Isn't Yanmo your boyfriend? How did he become Sister Me's new husband? Sister You, you're not joking, are you? How could Sister Me's new husband be Yanmo?" Each question felt like she was being cut to pieces again and again. The more she looked, the less Yuji wanted to reply. Yet her resentment and fury only grew stronger. With a loud bang, she hurled her phone away with all her strength. It smashed against the wall, and its screen went black instantly. Only afterward did she remember that the phone held so many photos of us. She hurriedly picked it up from the floor and repeatedly tried to turn it on, but nothing worked. "The photos, they have to be saved," Yuji whispered under her breath, looking utterly desolate because of her sudden movements. Her wounds tore painfully again, but she could not care less. Only one thought filled her mind. She had to save every photo on that phone. So she summoned a bodyguard, had him bring her a spare phone, and sent the broken phone for repairs. Remember, I have only one requirement. Preserve all the original data on that phone. Yuji anxiously clutched her assistant's sleeve. The assistant nodded repeatedly, assuring her he understood. Late that night, she could not sleep at all. There was not a trace of my scent beside her. She could not even manage to fall asleep. So she followed the urge deep inside her, quietly slipped out, and went outside Mikai's private hospital suite. Through the glass in the door, she saw what was happening inside. Mikai was still awake. Her gaze as she looked down at me was tender, a tenderness Yuji had never seen from her before, and I held her in my arms. My expression relaxed, my features at ease. Yuji froze where she stood, but Mikai cast her a provocative glance, her eyes full of warning. What Yuji had seen in the photos was nowhere near as devastating as seeing it in person. Yuji did not even know how long she stood outside the room, until a nurse making rounds passed by. She followed the nurse away in a daze. She knew Mikai had done it on purpose, to provoke her and make her give up, but she refused to let Mikai have her way. Yuji forced down her bitterness and jealousy, then returned to her room. The next morning, a bodyguard knocked on her door. Mr. Yun has finished buying breakfast and is heading back to the private suite. Hearing that, Yuji hurriedly made herself presentable. As I passed by, she pulled me straight into her room. Yunmo, don't be so heartless to me, okay? Can't you show me even a little pity? Yuji whispered in my ear, but I felt not the slightest sympathy. If anything, I found it laughable. Yuji, if you can't control yourself, go find Zheng Yanqi. I'm not interested in you. With that, I coldly pulled away from her, turning to open the door, but Yuji forcibly wrapped her arms around me. Yunmo, I really love you. I'll never contact Zheng Yanqi again. Please, believe me. At that, I slapped her. No need. I don't want you anymore. She clenched her teeth and sucked in a sharp breath, forcing down the pain. But in that instant, I opened the door and swiftly pulled the woman outside into my arms. Mikai held me tightly, her eyes full of worry. Yunmo, are you okay? I shook my head. I'm fine. Let's go. Mikai said nothing else, but she glanced back at Yuji. Her sharp eyes narrowed slightly, as a plan formed in her mind. If marriage still was not enough to make Yuji give up, then she needed something more. Yuji endured the pain and tried to follow, but a doctor making rounds stopped her. As she watched me disappear, all strength left her at once. She sat on the bed, letting the doctor tend to her wounds. During her days in the hospital, Yuji watched Mikai and me be loving and affectionate day after day. One mishap after another kept her from getting to me, as though fate itself were against her. But I knew perfectly well that Mikai had arranged it all. Yuji held out until the day she was discharged. She had her assistant flying countless roses and waited outside the Jingxi Grand Theater. Passers-by had never seen such a spectacle and stopped to watch. After an unknown wait, the dance performance ended. Many dancers began filing out. A tall, upright man emerged. Yuji instinctively walked toward him. Yunmo, holding a bouquet of roses, she approached him, but the next second, she froze completely. Zheng Yanqi, why are you here? The admiration and delight in her eyes turned instantly into disappointment and indescribable disgust. Who told you to dress like this? Why are you imitating Yunmo? Zheng Yanqi stopped short. He gave her a gentle smile, though it carried an unspeakable bitterness. Yuji, look, you mistook me for him. Doesn't that prove my imitation work? You like him this way. So, why can't you try liking me a little more? He put an arm around her shoulders, leaning in to kiss her lips. But in that distracted instant, a cool, distant figure entered her sight, walking in her direction. Yuji instantly came to her senses. A second before their lips met, she ruthlessly shoved Zheng Yanqi to the ground. You don't look anything like him. Even if you imitate him, you'll never be him. Zheng Yanqi collapsed onto the ground, his face deathly pale. He looked utterly miserable. His wig fell to the ground, like Cinderella without her glass slipper. But Yuji did not notice his humiliation at all. She only instinctively called out, Yunmo, but I did not spare her another glance. I brushed past her and took Mikai's hand. Have you been waiting long? Mikai shook her head, a faint smile lifting her lips. No, as long as it's you. No, wait is too long. Seeing this, Yuji's expression darkened, leaving Zheng Yanqi on the ground. She walked straight toward me. Yunmo, I'm sorry. I came to formally apologize to you today. I remember everything you like. Before I could refuse, Mikai stepped in front of me and refused from me. Yuji, no one fails to recognize the person they love. Just admit it. You simply don't love Yunmo enough. Otherwise, how could you mistake Zheng Yanqi for Yunmo? The moment she said that, all color drained from Yuji's face. Her lips trembled, but she could not say a word. But I did not care about that at all. Instead, I tilted my head toward the woman beside me. Why do you know me so well? Mikai only gave a soft laugh. That's a secret. I'll tell you when we get home. And I know you far better than you could imagine. For a moment, curiosity clawed at my heart. I desperately wanted answers. Though I searched my memories again and again, I still could not figure out when Mikai and I had ever crossed paths. Yuji saw how much I cared. Her panic grew more obvious by the second. Caring and curiosity were the first signs of falling in love. love. She would not allow it. So she hurriedly spoke up. Mikai, don't joke around. Yanmo and I were together for 7 years. How could I not know him? Hearing that, Mikai shot Zheng Yanqi a look of disgust. She paid Yuji no mind. As everyone knows, Zheng Yanqi and I do not get along. If it weren't for you, Yanmo and I might have been together long ago. I did not want to tell my story with Yanmo here, because I was afraid it would hurt you. But I've changed my mind. She looked at Yuji with contempt. But when she turned to me, her gaze instantly softened. My mother and Yunmo's mother were once close friends. When we were children, our mothers arranged an engagement for us. Do you still have your half of the jade pendant? Hearing that, I instinctively reached for the pendant around my neck. The jade pendant that was only half whole. Yuji had asked me several times before why I kept wearing that imperfect pendant. Why did I never take it off? Back then, I only told her my parents had left it to me. So of course, I had to treasure it. She did not think much of it, believing that was all there was to it. She never imagined this pendant was connected to Mikai in countless ways. Mikai took out the half of the jade pendant that belonged to her. The two pieces fit together perfectly. When you came to my house to play as a child, you would not let go of my pendant. My father had specially made it when I was born, so I could not let you take it. I finally managed to get it back from you, but accidentally dropped it to the ground. It broke in half. Seeing how much you liked it, I gave you one half. Yunmo, we've known each other far longer than you think. For a moment, I was lost in thought. Memories from my childhood gradually became clear. Your sister, Mikai nodded. You finally remember. Hearing Mikai confirm it, I froze in place. When I was little, Sister Mi took care of me in every way. When we played house, I would always say that I would marry her when I grew up. I never thought those childhood jokes would become reality. I could not stop the corners of my lips from rising. Beside us, Yuji's face darkened like a thundercloud. She regretted it deeply, wishing she had never said those words. She had never been part of my childhood. Even now, she knew nothing about it. But Mikai knew everything that had happened in Yuji's 7 years with me. Hatred gradually filled Zheng Yanqi's eyes as he looked at me. Watching Mikai and me walk away, he threw his arms around Yuji, tears streaming down his face. Xiaoji, please look at me. I'm the only one who truly loves you. But Yuji only pushed him away, her eyes full of distance. Yanqi, you shouldn't love me. Yuji did not care what he thought. She only stubbornly chased after me. But Mikai and I went home, and she was stopped outside the villa complex. Sorry, Ms. Yu. Ms. Mi gave the order. Our hands are tied. Please don't go in. Several bodyguards blocked her path. With no other choice, Yuji had to leave. A light rain suddenly began to fall, but she did not drive. She simply walked home through the rain. Looking at her desolate home, her heart was filled with bleak sorrow. Her fever climbed higher, and her consciousness slowly blurred. Suddenly, Yuji thought she saw my figure before her. Yunmo, just as she reached for me, the figure vanished. When she abruptly came to, Yuji stared at the empty house. Her heart was unbearably agitated. She forced her weak body onward and tore the whole house apart, but could not find a single thing connected to me. The photos of us had disappeared at some point. My clothes were all gone too. Even our old love journals were missing. Yuji held her forehead in a daze. That box I threw out that night must have contained all our memories. Her burning fever left her so miserable she nearly lost consciousness. She instinctively fumbled for her phone, dialing a number etched into her mind, and called me. Yunmo, I'm sick. Can you come see me? Her weak, breathless voice came through the phone. For a moment, I barely reacted. Then Mikai suddenly kissed the corner of my mouth, giving me barely any chance to breathe. A familiar rhythm came through the phone. Yuji hurriedly ended the call. The bitterness and jealousy nearly drove her mad. How she wanted to rush over that very moment and stop what we were about to do. But she no longer had the courage. After all, Mikai and I were legally married, and she was nothing to me. Rage made her vision go dark in waves. Then her phone slowly slipped from her hand, and she passed out completely. After an unknown amount of time, Yuji slowly opened her eyes. She saw countless missed calls. She was in no mood to check them, so she simply closed the page. But on WeChat, countless people had also sent congratulations, wishing Yuji and Mr. Zheng a happy marriage and a lifetime of happiness. Message after message said the same thing. Yuji was utterly baffled. Then Mother Yu called again. This time, Yuji answered. Mother Yu's anxious voice came through. Xiaoji, isn't Yunmo your boyfriend? How could you hold a wedding with Zheng Yanqi? Zheng Yanqi came to our home saying he wanted to register your marriage. What on earth are you thinking? That madman posted videos of you two together, along with photos, online to force you into marriage. What? Yuji could barely believe what she had heard. She hurriedly opened her social media account. The videos and photos had countless views and likes. Countless social media accounts flooded the internet, touting their beautiful love story. Yuji found it utterly absurd. She felt no happiness at all. Mom, I'll handle it. Just give me a moment. Before Mother Yu could finish, Yuji hung up. Yuji called Zheng Yanqi. Her voice was cold enough to freeze the air. Zheng Yanqi, what are you doing? I told you. That was only a game penalty. Right now, delete all that garbage immediately. Zheng Yanqi's heart clenched, but he still gritted his teeth and held firm. Xiaoji, I won't delete it. Why don't we register our marriage? The whole world knows about our relationship now. Your parents have agreed to. Let's get married. Listening to the future he described, Yuji felt no anticipation whatsoever. She had only ever imagined that future with me. The next second, Yuji called her assistant. Take down every trending topic related to me. Delete everything Zheng Yanqi posted. I don't want to see anything connected to me. Trending online again. After temporarily handling everything, she did not know how to explain it to me. In the end, after typing and deleting repeatedly, she left only a few words. There is nothing between Zheng Yanqi and me, and I will never marry him. After waiting for who knew how long, she realized I had not replied. She could only give up. Then father and Mother Yu kept messaging her, ordering her to return to the family estate at once. When she returned to the family estate, she found Zheng Yanqi kneeling on the floor, his eyes red-rimmed. The moment he saw her, his eyes instantly lit up. Uncle Annie, Xiaoji is carrying our child. Everyone in our circle knows we held a wedding. All we're missing is the marriage certificate. Do you want your grandson born out of wedlock? Father and Mother Yu looked grim. Zheng Yanqi was an illegitimate son, and he was on bad terms with Mi Kai, the current head of the Mi family. He was utterly unfit to be the husband of the Yu group's leader. But Yuji was now pregnant. Father and Mother Yu were at a loss, not knowing what to do. Yet Yuji's eyes were dark and bottomless, and danger laced her voice. You say I'm carrying your child. How come I don't remember ever sleeping with you? But his eyes held nothing but obsession and reckless resolve. Xiaoji, don't treat me like this. It's already happened. It's too late. No matter what you say. Mother Yu roared. Enough. Housekeeper Wang, take Yanqi aside. Have the private doctor come give Xiaoji a pregnancy examination. After Zheng Yanqi was settled, Mother Yu looked at Yuji in disappointment. Xiaoji, how did we raise a daughter like you? It was bad enough that you betrayed Yunmo, but now you'll abandon your own child too? When the private doctor arrived, they gave Yuji a full examination. To make absolutely certain, they even brought in a traditional Chinese doctor. Yet they all reached the same conclusion. Yuji was pregnant. How is that possible? Yuji could not believe it. Did she not know her own body best? Mom, Dad, Zheng Yanqi must have bribed them to give that result. I have never slept with him. Father and Mother Yu immediately had someone restrain Yuji. This ends here today. Haven't you humiliated this family enough? Tomorrow, you and Zheng Yanqi will get your marriage registered. If Xiaoji refuses to go tomorrow, drag her there. Father Yu roared at her. Bring her back. She'll marry him whether she wants to or not. Zheng Yanqi theatrically wiped away a few tears. His eyes brimmed with madness. Sister Xiaoji, you forced me to do this. I had no choice. After Yuji left, she moved as quickly as possible, having her assistant retrieve surveillance footage and photos from all her recent outings. But then, she uncovered something she was never meant to know. At the cruise ship party that day, a camera in one corner captured the entire moment Zheng Yanqi pushed me into the sea. Zheng Yanqi's crazed expression in the video gradually overlapped with the man he was today. In that footage, the despair in my eyes was seared deep into her heart and would not fade away. Yuji was filled with regret. She did not even dare think any further. After watching for who knew how long, her eyes ached. Yet she did not miss a single moment when anything might have happened. The facts proved that there was nothing wrong with her memory. She had never slept with Zheng Yanqi. Yuji was overwhelmed with relief, but quickly ordered an investigation into all of Zheng Yanqi's movements. Looking through those videos and photos, she finally learned that Zheng Yanqi had done more than provoke me. During this time, he had also bribed numerous hospitals and doctors. Then Mi Kai sent a voice recording. Yuji played it and listened to the whole thing. It documented Zheng Yanqi ordering a servant to bribe doctors. Her face darkened completely. What? You don't trust my abilities? After she sent that message, a reply came quickly. No, I just don't want Zheng Yanqi to do anything else. That could hurt Yunmo. And I truly didn't expect that when Yunmo fell into the water that day, you wouldn't even try to save him. Luckily, I had people in place beforehand. If it weren't for you, he never would have been in danger. Seeing Mi Kai's words, Yuji's heart seemed to miss a beat. Endless regret followed. She grieved in silence. Only after a long time did she open her eyes. But her eyes were utterly lifeless. At dawn the next day, Yuji made herself presentable and left home. Outside the marriage registration office, Zheng Yanqi wore a white shirt, his heart full of expectation. Xiaoji, you finally. Yuji stared at him, her lips twisting into a thin smile. Yet an almost imperceptible danger laced her voice. Yes, I'm here. Then let's go inside and get married. Smiling, Zheng Yanqi tugged at her sleeve, but his smile vanished when he saw the police officers behind her. No, I will not marry you. You better start thinking about how you'll escape those charges. Yuji shoved his hand away in disgust and pushed him toward the police. Just when everyone thought it was finally over, Zheng Yanqi's eyes turned bloodshot. He suddenly went mad. Surging with terrifying strength, he grabbed Yuji and charged straight into the speeding traffic. With a violent crash, they were both thrown through the air, then hit the ground with a sickening thud. For a moment, cries and screams erupted everywhere. The police hurriedly called an ambulance, but Yanqi clung tightly to Yuji. Blood kept spilling from his mouth, yet he still forced out the words, "Xiaoji, we can finally be together forever, never apart." Enduring the pain, Yuji pushed him off her. The ambulance arrived and took them both to the hospital. They were lucky. Both survived, but Yuji lost the use of one leg, and Yanqi was left in a vegetative state. The day she left the hospital, Yuji was little more than skin and bone, her vacant eyes fixed on the distance. Then the people approached from across the way. I could not hide the excitement and joy on my face, but I did not know where to put my hands. My hands hovered uncertainly over Mikai's lower belly. Finally, she could not stand it any longer. She took my hand and placed it on her belly. "If you want to touch it, then touch it. Go ahead. Feel your child properly." Yuji froze where she stood, but just before I looked her way, she hurriedly wheeled herself down another path. "Let this be the end. May we never meet again."